Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to World Cinema Reviews. This is Frank the Vamp, and we got a special edition today. Um, Basically, what we're gonna do is talk about something I don't normally do, which is found footage films. I did a couple of videos on found footage, mainly being Paranormal Activity 4 and 5. 4, which I completely despise and I think it's garbage. And I actually don't like the genre at all. I just think that found footage is a lazy, bad way to make money. And but however, it's making tons of money. But it all had to start somewhere, and it all degenerated. I mean, found footage can be done right, and there's the film I'm going to talk about. It's the evidence of that, and I hope if more found footage films are to come out, definitely I would recommend to emulate the following film, which is, as you can guess by the little icon there, you know we're gonna talk about one of the greatest found footage films of all time, and it's called the Blair Witch Project. And the Blair Witch Project, coming out in 1999, I remember that at first I wasn't thrilled. I went to see it, so everybody kept telling me they get scared, that it was scary. And I went there, I saw the movie, so I thought it was alright. Um, had some good parts on it. I didn't get scared, so I dismissed it. I wasn't with the masses that were crazy about this newfound footage. But as time went on, I went to appreciate that it was more of a psychological journey into what you don't know, what the boogeyman is, what's in the darkness, what's in the darkness of your mind, and what's in the darkness of your heart. That it's the true gist of what the Blair Witch Project tries to represent. And I didn't get it then, but I do get it now, and I do recognize that it is one of the best found footage films out there. Um, it's actually it was clever, it was well acted, it was you know some people took a chance with very little money and came out with gold. Um, However, nowadays, they tried to copy the formula, but they got it all wrong. And one of the things that even the Blair Witch Project, I mean, they when they came out with a stupid, horrible sequel called the Book of Shadows, the Part Two, which I may talk about for an example of found footage garbage, but I don't think I'm not even sure that can be qualified as found footage. But I mean, that's just garbage. But today we're gonna honor the Blair Witch Project for what it is, which is a fantastic film, and I hope you guys enjoy. And we're gonna talk about, first of all, it's directed by Daniel Merrick and the great Eduardo Sanchez, um, starring Heather Donahue, Michael C. Williams, and Joshua Leonard. And basically it's about the plot takes these students, making a student film about this legend, on the Black Hills of Maryland, um, about this um, man who in the 1940s was possessed by the spirit of the Blair Witch, and he murdered 7 children, and in a ritualistic, horrible manner. And after turning himself to the police, he pleads insanity because he says that the spirit of the Blair Witch make him do it, and the the film's mysticism and overall. The plot is basically having these 3 guys making the documentary and going into the Black Hills, into this unknown, uncharted forest, where they get lost. And in there, that's where I'm gonna leave it, because that's basically the movie. It's not much to spoil, and I spoil the ending, which I'm not. But why is this film revered? Why is it make it so great? Like I said, to me, so some people told me it was scary. So some people say they couldn't stand it because it kept going, with the motion sickness because of the amateur camera work. But it works on so many levels. Let's talk about the first thing that it works on great is definitely, I would definitely say that the best thing that the film has going for it's the fear of the unknown. Um, I remember being a child, and after watching horror films, because I've been loving horror films ever since I was a little kid. Sometimes some scare me. When I was going to, as a normal child would, I would turn on my light and try to find to see if I see, check my closet type of thing, check under the bed, make sure the ghosts are not there. Because when all the lights were gone, you just didn't know what was out there. But silly me, now I'm an adult, I can say I can turn off the lights, and I can say that the TV is over there, the couch over here, a light switch is here. I know they're still there. I just can't see them anymore because it's dark. But as a child, you just don't know. Now, when you assume a situation of panic, a situation of you being lost in the woods, a place you don't know, you start doing something irrational. I remember, panicking because I heard a noise and I, almost, tripped and fell in my room, all dark. So basically, the whole point is that when you're panicking, when you're doing this decision, you make stupid, irrational, dumb decisions because you're scared. And we see this pretty good. I mean, some of the, especially the female actor. I mean, the actress. I mean, she's doing great. She does a fantastic job in one scene where she's running away from an all panicky um, Heather Donahue. When she's crying, tears are running down her face, and you could see real horror there. So I mean, there's a real. Um, have you guys know? I mean, this is very real. People can die of fear alone. Um, I remember sometimes when did you guys know, or have you guys looked into that some of the casualties of natural disasters are usually because of not the natural disaster itself, because of panic. Like for example, if an earthquake was to happen in a full arena of sports arena or something like that, people stampede and somebody get trampled. So it's not the actual. Maybe the building doesn't even collapse or nothing happens, but because people are acting panicky, things like that happen. Or you might actually have a heart attack. You're so scared you may die. So like FDR used to say, I mean the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. And I think that deals a lot of the human mind and condition. This film just does it fantastically. Like I said, I just don't happen to startle with this type of thing. It just doesn't scare me very much. Maybe I'm numb because I watch so many horror films. But I will say this is an excellent, excellent film. I like some of those characters' stupid decisions. Some people say, "Oh man, it's so cliche." You know how some guy when stupid and did something stupid like losing the map or something or throwing it away. Um, that type of thing is not that it's you know it's how can I say, it's real humanity. It's that people do stupid things. I mean, they're not acting rationally. They're doing things that are not. I think the directors were so into improvising that they pretty much just gave a lot of free will here to the actors. they really reacted natural to a lot of the situations. For what I read is that some of the situations were set. Some of the people talking in the film were not even actors, so they were just asked these things about the legend. Now that's the other thing that this has going for it. The actual legend. Legend, it's how people explain what they don't understand. It's born out of fear. It's born out of myth. It's born out of culture, ethnicity. Um, it's born about having a rational explanation sometimes, or irrational if there's no rational to be given, and or sometimes just to make the story interesting. Sometimes there's a place that there's nothing ever happens and someone got killed because of somebody was jealous or something on her. But of course, the legend gets transformed and embellished, and then it's all like, oh, it's no longer was killed on a fit of rage, but the guy was possessed or something. So it all gets. I'm not such a fan of the camera work, but I think it works in this type of movie because it adds to the, oh man, it's really happening. The problem is that in films like As Above, So Below, it gets done through such a shakiness that then you don't know what the heck you're seeing anymore. So it's not so bad. So I will say that this is a pretty good film. I would recommend you to watch it, definitely. And if you like found footage, this is a good found footage film. I'm going to be talking about another found footage film next, which is um, the first Paranormal Activity, the only Paranormal Activity film that is good. All the other ones are crap. Especially number 4 is garbage. You want to know what I think about number 4? Click, go to my channel. Hopefully you subscribe. But if you don't want to subscribe, that's fine, cool. But if you want to watch that video, go through my videos, it's there. I'll try to put a link on it for Paranormal Activity 4, but that's really horrible. Paranormal Activity 5 now, that's just funny. Anyways, take care, guys. Avoid the Blair Witch. Found footage is not right. It can happen if only filmmakers pay attention to making it about something that's scary, making the actors be right, and not just copying it half-ass and just crapping it out for 5 minutes. So there you go. If you put some effort, love, and actually put decent actors in, you're actually going to get a decent movie. This is Frank the Man. Beware of the Blair Witch.